what are the basic and irreducible functions of the family as proposed by Talcott Parsons?
Hello friends, my name is Dr. Huma Hassan and today I am going to teach the correct approach to deal with sociological theoretical applied question. So recently UPSC 2024 asked this question in sociology optional, that is, what are the basic and reducible functions of the family as proposed by Talcott Parsons. Guys, after analyzing the concepts in your sociology paper, give lot of emphasis on its application while you are writing and practicing answers. For that, it is really important to know what is the demand of the question. Today, my core emphasis is going to be on to identify the key term, what is required, what is examiner asking all of you to write an answer. For that, first of all, try to have clear understanding on demand of the question. So here you can say that it is asking functions of the family as proposed by Talcott Parsons. Okay, so you need to understand the key term is its functionalist approach. Okay, which is often known as structural functionalist, because Talcott Parsons is considered as structural functionalist. Okay, he was highly influenced by the writing of neither kind. So, structural functionalist approach. Now, this question is asking what are the basic and irreducible functions. So, this is what you need to understand as a key term. Okay, so function of the family. So, family is subsystems in the application. If you'll understand what Talcott Parsons have explained in social system theory, so family is considered as subsystems of that social system. Okay, so as I have said, understand the demand, what is being asked to you. So the question is not on some simple point. It's an application of social system theory, which is given to us by Talcott Parsons. Okay, so how to write your answer on this? So you know the Talcott Parsons. Okay, this was his timeline. Now, this question is coming from his important theory, that is social system theory. Okay, but you are not supposed to write on social system theory because this is for a 10 mark. Okay, so you might can introduce the question on that, on social system. You can introduce one line or two lines, on introduction, that family is a subsystem of social system theory, which is given to us by Talcott Parsons. It plays a significant role in maintaining social cohesion and stability. So for that, it is highly required to have conceptual clarity. This is my personal request to all UPSC aspirants. Whenever you people are joining any coaching or you are doing self-study, you are studying from internet, have focus on conceptual clarity. How to understand what is conceptual clarity? Which teacher is giving you conceptual clarity? So identification for that is really simple. If
you are listening to any teachers and then or videos, whatsoever it is, if you are able to understand in a very basic language that okay, what is social system theory, which is given to us by Talcott Parsons in a layman language, very easy language. That's when you got the conceptual clarity. Later on, definitely you need to have good content, but the conceptual clarity is represented by your clear application in your own language. Okay, so how to understand and write your answer correctly in short time. Okay, because this is a 10-mark question, so you do have to understand that 150 words is the word limit which you have to go, and you need to quickly write down on it. So if you have the conceptual clarity, then you'll be able to exactly write an answer which is the demand of the question. Okay, so we have discussed the demand of the question. Demand of the question is very simple. We need to show that how family as a subsystem of a social system theory is playing a significant role in stabilizing the society. Okay, and what are the basic and irreducible functions? So, what is the function of the family? Now, for that, we need to have clear clarity on the theory. Okay, so I'm just giving you a revision. I've already discussed about Talcott Parsons structural functionalism theory in my previous lectures. Those who are watching me first time, go and watch my previous lecture on Talcott Parsons functionalist theory, social system theory. Okay, now we know that Talcott Parsons is structural functionalist, right? So Talcott Parsons is structural functionalist. Now, how we are going to write an answer for it? So, what can be the model answer of it? Okay, now you are not supposed to write introduction in your answer, but I am just telling you. You can directly start your answer. So, your first two lines should talk about his core philosophy. Talcott Parsons theoretical stand should be clear while you are writing your answer. Okay, so what theory he has explained? So it was structural functionalism which he had explained. Now we know that Parsons is structural functionalist. Okay, so you need to talk about that. So we will write about Talcott Parsons and his approach. His approach is definitely, his theory is structural functionalist. So I'm writing some key terms. Okay, so these are the two key terms. But your introduction should be thinking with the demand of the question. So, what are the basic and irreducible functions of the family as proposed by Talcott Parsons? So, we will say Talcott Parsons, structural functionalists, have argued. Okay, so this is my basic line to introduce my question. Okay, so I would say Talcott Parsons structural functionalist, Talcott Parsons, structural functionalists have proved by his social system theory that
that the family, as a social institution make, makes an important subsystem Talcott Parsons, structural functionalist, have proved by his social system theory that family as a social institution makes an important subsystem in in maintaining social cohesion and stability, which is indeed so. Guys, kindly focus here. I have made an elaborated introduction to all of you, but the purpose of writing this introduction is to teach you that whenever you people are writing your introduction, examiners should get clear picture that you have understood the question and you are writing exactly what is being asked. Okay, so most of the aspirants do this fundamental mistake. They simply paraphrase the question, or even worst, that most of the students even don't write their introduction as per the requirement of the question. Now here, if you read it, I have made sure that I am writing a question which is being asked to me. Is the most basic and introducible functions of it. So what is that? What is the function of the family? The function of the family is to promote social cohesion and stability. Okay, so family as a social institution, इसका जो function है वो क्या है? Stability लाना. So this is my introduction. As I have said that please, wheresoever you are preparing in your self-study phase, okay, it is really important to have understanding on the concept. Then only you will be able to deal with such difficult questions. Okay, because it is an applied. So you will see structural functionalist theory, which I have just explained to you. It theory focus on the social system and its subsystem. So family is a subsystem, and the core concern is to understand how these structures contribute to maintaining social order, social equilibrium, and the functioning of society. Okay, so this is what you people have to understand. So we do have 4 primary subsystems of action. So every subsystem, social system, okay? So you understand like this, that let's just imagine this is my social system. Okay, so this is my social system, and in this social system, I have four primary subsystems. Okay, so I have four primary subsystems, right? So I can have 1, 2, 3, 4. So, and these subsystems have action, right? So economic, politics, law, and culture. Now this is very well explained by AGIL model. Adaptation, goal attainment, latency, integrations. Okay, so this is further I have explained I have explained in detail in my previous lectures. Please go through it. Adaptations, goal attainment, integration, latency, or pattern maintenance. Right. So every subsystem has its goal. What? Adaptations. Okay, you need to adapt to the changes. So we do have adaptation. So how and what is the requirement of adaptation? Meeting the economic production needs, adapting to the environment. For that, you need to have some political system, right? Then you need to be integrated. So collective norms, maintaining societal order, and pattern maintenance. So transmitting shared values through socialization, ensuring that societal norms regulate individuals. So you can read it from here. So this is a good content which you people have to write. But to write this system, to write this here, you need to know what it is being said. Okay. So the point here is every society is just like a social system. So what is the more important point? It's adaptation. Every society adapts itself to the changing conditions with respect to their environment. So it is more related with your survival, right? So you understand that how we have evolved from being hunting and gathering society to post-industrial society. We have adapted ourselves as per the environmental changes for our survival. Now we live in a social group, right? Humans live in a social group. And it is just not the humans who live in a social group. I teach social anthropology also. One of my option is anthropology, right? And it is not a big deal. Sociology and anthropology both are twin sisters. Often aspirants ask me, ma'am, how come you teach two options? They are very related, right? So you cannot understand sociology without understanding how we have evolved as an organism, how we are humans, right? Anyway, that's a different topic. What I'm trying to explain to you that we have evolved by adapting ourselves to the environment for our survival. Now, as we know that we live in a social group, so there has to have some sort of coordinations among the members of that social group, right? So I'm living in a social group. There has to be some sort of mechanism in dealing with respect to decisions, power. As Gaetano Mosca always argued in his theories, right? That whenever you live in a group, you will have certain people who will be more talented and eventually they will become a teacher, right? So then the second subsystem is to have goal attainment, right? So what is the goal? It is like, that system should survive. For that, we have made certain goals. So this societal goal is what I have just explained to you, right? So let's just say, so this is my social system, right? In social system, I'm explaining AGIL model. So system has to adapt itself. Now for adaptation, we have certain goals. Okay. So let's just understand at a very initial level. So goal of a group, right? So it's like goal. To achieve our goals, we have our political subsystems, right? So this is what you need to understand. Goal attainment. So the goal of survival of that social system, of that society. Now integration. enforcing collective norms and maintaining societal order through legal systems, right? So now we have made certain goals. Goals adaptations will have to be there. Goals attainment has to be there. So goal attainment can happen only with integration, right? And it is where the role of a family, of a culture becomes important. So it's like your normative regulations. So normative regulation. Okay. So we all have to adapt. Okay. Then for that we do have goals. We need to achieve those goals. How those goals can achieve? Through integration. Okay, so how the integration can come? Well, when we can have clear established norms that we are supposed to do this, we are supposed to worship this God, this is how family is going to work, this is that person is going to be our leader. So it's like different norms. So norms, sections, positive sections, negative sections, taboos. So basically integration. Okay, so this is a collective entities. This is the collective entities. So as a group, everybody is following that because we need to integrate, right? And then latency. So we make sure that the norm should pass on from generations to generations. That is shared belief system. Okay. So latency or pattern maintenance, transmitting shared value through socialization, ensuring that societal norms regulates individual behavior effectively. Now, you are not supposed to write in with respect to that question all this in detail. This should come in flow chart. Okay, this is a creativity which you people have to work on, right? So, why you have written your introduction? Okay, so this is your introduction. You try to make a flowchart, which I have roughly made, right? So it is an AGIL model. So the functions of the family is to maintain social cohesion. Okay, how we can achieve that social cohesion? We achieve that social cohesion through AGIL model. Now, whatsoever I have just explained to you, then you should write here. Okay, some lines there, right? So this is what the basic introduction to you. Now, I want to tell you all this point that this information will be explained by every students of UPSC in sociology option because this is very basic, right? This will going to help you somehow to get some good marks or some basic marks. But our requirement is to go beyond that. Okay, so what do people have to see? You need to see about some important point here. Now, you people have to see that application of your theory, applications of pattern variables, right? So this is what I really have to explain to you. This is very well explained to me, this is very well explained here on this point. Okay. So functionalist explanation of family and occupation, right? So how you people are going to write? Talcott Parsons have explained while he was explaining the institution of the family, subsystems of the family, sex role theory. So most of the aspirants do not know about the sex role theory, which you people can write. Okay, so that is something which I was emphasizing on. So social theory, right? Sex role theory. So Parsons maintained that the occupation system, right? Your economical system is that occupation system is crucial for economic adaptation, definitely coexisted with a strong emphasis on family membership. So a system is integrated and interconnected with each other. So family cultural values maintenance was based on emotions, relationship quality and collective orientation, contrasting with the achievement-oriented occupational system. Okay, this is what pattern variable, application of pattern variable. So you need to talk about this also, and then explain about the criticism, right? So what is the criticism of Talcott Parsons? Talcott Parsons was highly criticized because of his theory on sex role. Because he said that male and female should have clear distinctions of roles. So that is something you need to talk about just to show that your content is rich. Okay. So Parsons argued for a clear sex role separation to avoid strain on family. Solidarity arising from status competition between parents. Now, this theory is in collaboration, is in sync, it's actually syncing with modernization theory. Okay, so these are the important content which you people have to reflect in your answer to fetch highest marks. So men competed in the occupational structure while women occupied home-based roles, preventing invidious comparison. So this is the sex role theory. So Talcott Parsons stated that because child rearing is done by mothers, girls have a clear role model. They are likely to follow in their mother's footsteps and less likely to turn to crime. So if there will be no crime, and this is actually a fact if you see the data, that generally females are not that actively involved into different types of crimes. Okay, just to support your argument. Okay, so females are controlled by their given role as mother and wife, and when they are bound to the home environment, they really have the opportunity to leave the home and commit crime. So this is what you will see by explanation of social role theory, how we can maintain social cohesion. So this is what you will have to reflect, and then also show the criticism by the women's movement, right? So this is what required in a good answer. So you can see in body one, in introduction, you have spoke about how family mains role is to maintain social cohesion. In body one, along with flow chart, we are discussing the AGI model, and then you can say by switching to body 2, okay, talk about in addition furthermore by using connector about sex role theory. So this is what you have to explain, right? Sex role theory and all that, which I have just explained to you. And then you conclude your answer. Okay? So in body 2, you are supposed to talk about that what is the role of a family. So Talcott Parsons have said that how family can maintain its role in maintaining equilibrium in society, and then further here given the sex role theory, which is the clear distinctions of the role. Talk about that in your body 2, and also talk about the criticism, and then conclude your answer. So guys, this is the way we need to do justice on applied based questions. Theories are important, right? All the thinkers are giving their theories, they are giving their perspectives to understand the society. But when UPSC is asking that question, you also have to remember that you need to produce extraordinary points in your answer, even with good hold of even with good hold of your flow charts, right? So you need to have the flow charts, you need to have good hold of your conceptual clarity, and keep in your mind that you're writing for 150 words. Okay, I hope you are you like the suggestions and the way I have framed this answer. Thank you so very much.